Hi, I'm about to do a tarot card pull using my Starman tarot deck. This is a tarot deck by an artist who used to work for and create art for David Bowie, and the entire deck is based on the works of David Bowie. This is a deck that I am still learning, so we're going to learn this deck together. I'm going to pull a card and then I'm going to read the book, tell you what the book's interpretation is of the card, and then I'm also going to add in my interpretation. So let me show you. This is the box. It's pretty cool. It's got some pretty amazing art. Okay, so let's pull a card and see what the message for today is. We might have two messages because a card jumped from the deck. Hold on. See, one of the cards landed on the floor. So let's see what this card is. This is our extra card, King of Wands. Okay, the King of Wands hopped out. So that's one of our cards for today. The second card for today is the Seven of Cups. So that's the card I pulled. This is the card that hopped out. So I am going to do a reading on both of these cards. Okay. Of all the kings, the King of Wands is a charismatic ruler of his people, an imposing, inspiring figure. He is the archetypical man of action with unbelievable reserves of energy, creativity, and vitality. He is masterful in not only initiating change, but applying the discipline needed to see through to its fruitful end. The king symbolizes phenomenal inner strength, courage, and leadership, and understanding the vitality of fire, and is able to harness its force for the good of all. The King of Wands has always been a very powerful card for the person who wrote this book, symbolizing the power to disrupt in a truly creative and peaceful way. His body is made from the aromatic resin coated kindling, the heartwood found in the stumps of ancient longleaf pines, which blazes hot and bright. If well organized, it builds the foundation of something that burns long and well. The king in ancient times was perceived as a god, the crown often spiked like the rays of the sun god. The king wears a crown of thorns, an emblem of conscious humility, for his authority is rooted in the manifest world. His wand creates new forms of life, symbolizing just how powerful the human imagination is. We create our own reality. The creative process begins with generations, so don't be too quick to discard your ideas. Let things grow before you decide what must be pruned back. Working with David Bowie, I was constantly reminded that every aspect of a design or artistic creation contains the potential to be a game changer. I experienced him as a phenomenally disciplined, relentless in keeping the integrity of the vision, able to zoom in on a detail that would be seen as insignificant and coax something significant from it. At the same time, I was struck by how affirmative and generous he was to others, encouraging them to shine despite being phenomenally busy and constantly in demand. Likewise, the King of Wands is a mentor to those around him, especially his children. Coaching them to reach their full potential is of extreme importance, whatever his work schedule and obligations are. His world is exciting and action-packed, and he will encourage his children to use their initiative, take risks, to go out and explore the world. This, for me, is the essence of leadership, to be totally committed and direct in your purpose, and at the same time giving others the opportunity to be fully birthed as the person they carry the potential to be. Now, the person that the following message is for is a King of Wands. So if that description sounds like you, if you're listening to this message and you're saying, that sounds interesting, that sounds like me or somebody I know, that is who this message is for. And the message of the today, so first I'll show you King of Wands. Right there, beautiful card. This is an absolutely gorgeous deck I highly recommend getting. And now we go to the message for the King of Wands, which is the Seven of Cups. Okay, so I am going to read you The description of the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of imagination. For the iconic shaman and philosopher Terence McKenna, the imagination signaled the presence of a divine spark within human beings. He saw our imagination quite literally as the descent of the world's soul into all of us. There is no part of our humanity that isn't impacted by the imagination. We are a spark of imagination, and Mother Nature does not create things that have no use. Life viewed through evolutionary eyes reveals how nature shares her resources incredibly sparingly. The question then arises, why do we have this faculty that allows us to conjure and manipulate realities that do not exist? Imagination can be looked at as a vast extension of the visual faculty. Our minds have a spectacular multidimensional eye. In the artwork, the character's physical eyes are covered, but we are gifted a window into what he is seeing through his inner eyes. We get to see into a whole other reality. Out of each hovering cup arises a special image. The human head, symbolizing the mind of or the ego, that can either guide with wisdom or become self-obsessed and irrational. The bat, symbolizing the power of vision, inner and outer. The mask, symbolizing deceptions or the personas, masks we all wear. The mushroom, symbolizing our symbolic relationship with other earthly life forms. The lightning bolt, symbolizing spirit coming to earth. Gold coins, symbolizing wealth and abundance. And the star, geometry, symbolizing structure and creativity. The most obvious place imagination offers the highest value is in the domain of human creativity. The activities of producing art, architecture, creative writing, and poetry, music, theater, and dance can be seen as the fingerprints of imagination. They are the evidence of its touch. It's as if the imagination leaves clues everywhere to show where it has been. Unlike a thief who is careful not to leave fingerprints, imagination wants to be discovered. It wants us to know that it is right here in the view. The Seven of Cups calls you to explore your imagination fully, to delight in the fact that you can imagine at all. If you look, you will discover a paradox. It's impossible for you to imagine not being able to imagine. As we move ever more into the domain of virtual or light realities, the intractability of physical matter is no longer a restriction. We can build anything our minds can entertain. Here, the fingerprints of imagination are algorithms instead of canvas, clay, or physical movement. Imagination is effectively the new currency of these light-based realms. Importantly, there are always blessings and burdens. With fewer and fewer restrictions upon what we can create, the use of morality takes its center stage. More than ever, the imagination must be used carefully to enhance our human experiences and preserve the animal and plant realms. Thoughts can constantly be shared with millions and can lift us to new heights, inspire, and entertain. They also can evoke fear, prejudice, and violence. Will we create endless perversions or miraculous vistas? The answer is probably both. When your mind projects fear into the world, tremendous damage and unhappiness can be the result. The acronym FEAR, false evidence appearing real, is a powerful prompt, a reminder to bring awareness and powerful questions to bear on the life situations around you. Bring new vistas to life, make them tangible with love. Okay, that is the message for today. I hope this was helpful. This was really, really long, so I'm not going to add too much to it because I really like this interpretation, and I feel like there's a heck of a lot of information there for everybody to absorb. I hope this was a helpful message. You know what? Maybe we all need to imagine just a little bit more.